Have you ever felt like you're giving your all in a relationship, only to realize you're just a background character in someone else's story? It's a painful truth many of us face, yet we often brush it aside, telling ourselves it's just how things are. But here's the reality check. It shouldn't be this way. You're not a convenience, a stepping stone, or a temporary fix for someone else's needs. Today, we're going to dive deep into the subtle, often overlooked signs that you're being used in a relationship. This isn't just about the big betrayals. It's about those little moments and patterns that slowly chip away at your self-worth. By the end of this video, you'll not only be able to spot these red flags, but also have the tools to steer your ship back to a place where your value is recognized and cherished. Because you deserve relationships that are genuine, reciprocal, and respectful. So let's unravel these hidden truths together and take the first step toward transforming the way we see ourselves and our relationships. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn could be the turning point in how you navigate your connections with others. Before we dive in, I urge you to hit the like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more eye-opening content. And remember, watching the whole video without skipping is key to getting the full picture and making a meaningful change in your relationships. First signal: one-sided effort examined. One-sided effort in relationships is a phenomenon most of us have encountered, where we find ourselves always being the giver, the supporter, the one who's constantly reaching out. This disparity, where one person consistently makes more effort than the other, can leave you feeling unappreciated and emotionally drained. It's like you're rowing a boat alone while the other person is just along for the ride. This situation brings to mind a powerful quote from the Stoic philosopher Seneca, who said, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." Sometimes, we ignore this imbalance out of fear of losing the relationship, even when it's causing us more harm than good. The one-sided effort is a clear indicator of an unbalanced relationship. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once remarked, "Never value anything as profitable to your character if it forces you to break your promise. Lose your self-respect, hate, suspect, curse, act the hypocrite, or desire things that require walls and curtains." This is particularly relevant when we consider the dynamics of a one-sided relationship. If you find yourself compromising your values, your dignity, and your peace of mind to maintain a relationship, it's worth questioning its value in your life. In such relationships, you're the one making all the plans, initiating communication, and often making excuses for the other person's lack of effort. This continuous imbalance can lead to a buildup of resentment and a sense of loneliness, even when you're technically not alone. As the Greek philosopher Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." In a one-sided relationship, you might find yourself doing all the talking, with very little active listening or engagement from the other party. In the realm of Western psychology, this imbalance is recognized as a potential source of emotional distress. It's essential to remember that a healthy relationship involves mutual effort and reciprocation. When this balance is missing, the relationship can feel more like a burden than a source of joy and support. It's important to recognize your worth and not settle for a relationship that leaves you feeling undervalued and unappreciated. As you navigate these waters, remember that your well-being and self-respect should always be a priority. Recognizing and addressing the issue of one-sided effort is a crucial step toward healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Second signal: selective availability highlighted. Selective availability in relationships is a telling sign where the dynamics are skewed heavily in favor of one party. It's a situation many of us have faced: a friend or loved one who is always ready to receive support, but seldom available to give it. This kind of relationship echoes the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, Who observed? Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness. However, in the case of selective availability, this opportunity seems to be a one-way street. This behavior reflects a relationship where convenience outweighs genuine care and reciprocity. When someone is only present in your life when it suits them or when they stand to benefit, it points toward a lack of genuine commitment and concern. Marcus Aurelius once stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This perspective is particularly useful here. It suggests that your response to selective availability is crucial. It's about recognizing your value and not allowing yourself to be treated as an option rather than a priority. Selective availability isn't just about physical presence. It's also about emotional availability. When you're always the one offering a listening ear or a shoulder to cry on, but find the same support missing when you need it, it's a clear indicator of imbalance. From the perspective of Western psychology, reciprocal social support is fundamental to healthy relationships. The concept of reciprocity is deeply ingrained in human social interactions and is essential for trust and emotional safety. When this reciprocity is absent, it can lead to emotional strain and a decrease in self-esteem. Third signal: absence of genuine interest. The absence of genuine interest in a relationship strikes at the heart of true connection. In a genuine friendship, there is a two-way exchange, a mutual interest in each other's lives, emotions, and experiences. When one party shows little to no interest, the relationship becomes transactional rather than authentic. Aristotle might have seen this as a failure to achieve the highest form of friendship, one based on mutual virtue and appreciation. This lack of interest can lead to feelings of isolation and insignificance, contradicting the basic human need for connection and understanding, something Carl Jung emphasized deeply. Epictetus reminds us to focus on what is within our control. We cannot force interest or care. Instead, we should cultivate relationships that are enriching and mutually supportive. Fourth signal: emotional manipulation unveiled. Emotional manipulation occurs when one person uses guilt, pressure, or subtle coercion to control another. This behavior exploits compassion and empathy, often causing the victim to doubt their own feelings. Stoic philosophy teaches us that while external actions are beyond our control, our responses are not. Recognizing manipulation and refusing to internalize it is essential for maintaining inner peace and self-worth. Western psychology shows that emotional manipulation can lead to anxiety, low self-esteem, and depression. Recognizing it is the first step toward reclaiming your autonomy. Fifth signal: disregard for boundaries. Disregarding boundaries, expecting constant availability, dismissing your needs, or overstepping limits is deeply harmful. Marcus Aurelius emphasized dignity and self-respect, both of which are violated when boundaries are ignored. Healthy relationships require mutual respect for time, space, and individuality. When this balance is lost, so is emotional safety. Sixth signal: superficial connection exposed. Superficial relationships lack depth and emotional engagement. Conversations remain shallow, and true understanding never develops. Stoic philosophers valued sincerity and truth. Aristotle believed true friendship is based on virtue, not convenience or pleasure. Carl Jung saw deep connections as essential for personal growth. Without depth, a relationship becomes hollow. Seventh signal: absence in tough times. True relationships reveal themselves during hardship. When someone disappears during your struggles, it speaks volumes about their commitment. Stoic thinkers believed adversity tests character and bonds. Aristotle argued that friendships based on utility fail under pressure. Carl Jung warned that lack of support during hardship can hinder emotional growth. As we come to the end of this journey, remember this: the value of your relationships is not measured by easy moments, but by presence during hardship. You deserve connections that are as deep and genuine as your own empathy and commitment. Stay true to yourself, and keep seeking relationships that honor your true worth.